I don't have my thing, so it's gonna live there. I think that's fine. You're a little crooked, but that's okay. Okay, today I decided, relatively last minute, to change the audition that I'm going to tomorrow. So originally the plan was to go to the Kinsman Shakespeare audition. But then today I was like doing research on different touring things, stuff that was coming up. And I was on Playbill and I saw that Royal Caribbean's was having an LA EPA. And I was like, well, heck, I gotta go to that. So I decided last minute to do that, but luckily they're looking for a pop cut and an MT cut, and I have those prepped. Like I know what to sing. I have my favorite songs, and I'm trying to prioritize musical theater in my life. So I live in LA. I moved to LA 7 months ago, and it's been incredible. Like, I've met the most amazing community here. But I'm like a theater girly. I'm a musical theater girly living in TV film land. And there is theater here, but it's just so heavily TV and film that, it's made me like expand my ideas of maybe what I want to do and what makes me happy. And like, I fully opened myself to film and TV. I still am open to film and TV. 100%. I would be willing to do film and TV. I would like to someday. But like, from where I'm standing right now in my life and in my career, when I look at the paths of like putting time and energy into film and TV versus putting time and energy into theater and musical theater and Shakespeare, like, this looks like such a chore. It looks like such a chore. And so, like, it's not exciting to me. Not exciting at all. Versus this, the theater side of things, gets me pumped, gets me excited, gets me in the gym every day, working on my stamina and my endurance, my flexibility, my strength, so that I can dance, so that I can do the stuff that I love, so that I have more vocal stamina, so that I have more like physical stamina for a 2.5 hour long show where I'm dancing and singing and doing all of that on tour where I have to stay healthy so that I can XYZ. Like, that is a shitload of work, and it makes me excited. It makes me so excited. So these past couple months in LA, especially like literally the last couple months, like 2025, has been me trying to open myself more to film and TV. I took some workshops, like listening to certain teachers who have really a lot of experience in the film and TV world. Like, one of the teachers that I was working with and still work with, he has a lot of TV experience, like a lot. He knows the industry really well. And he has good things to say, and he has helped so many people. He's a coach. He's helped so many people be so successful in TV and film. And I'm just listening to him speak, and my body is just like, I don't want this. That's not what I want. I don't care. like in some kind of, I don't care about it, And I'm someone who cares so deeply about things. I care, and I just don't care about that. And I'm not going to put like tons of energy into something that I don't care about. I care about theater. I love theater. So that being said, tomorrow at 9:30 a.m., I'm going to go to the open call for the Royal Caribbean. They have like a bunch of different shows going on. I think different cruise ships have different shows, or maybe some cruise ships have multiple shows. I don't really know how it works exactly with Royal Caribbean. But I know that Hairspray is one of them. I know Rock of Ages is one of them. I know that Mamma Mia is one of them. I know Hairspray and Mamma Mia I would totally fit into. And then there's other shows and stuff too, but those are the ones that stood out. So I'm going to sing my go-to audition songs because they fit. They fit, and I know them well, and they work for me and have been successful in the past. So they asked for a pop cut. I'm gonna do Big Girls Don't Cry from Fergie. I love that song. It's great. I love that song. It is storytelling enough and theatrical enough that it works for stuff like this, but it can also just be like, I'm sitting in my room talking to myself, pop song, and it gets my lower range. I think that's the thing that I love about it the most, is it barely steps up into my high range. It's mostly just like really low and really beautiful, and has some big like, I hope you know, like it really, like it does that, versus then my musical theater cut is Follow Your Heart from Urinetown, which I love that song. Kind of came out of nowhere as like a really good audition song for me. What time is it? I have to go to work. I'm waiting. I have to go to work. I work at Trader Joe's. And I literally have to go. I probably should go right now. But Follow Your Heart kind of came out of nowhere in terms of like being an audition song that I can use. But it works for so many things. You're sliding slowly but surely. Let's try this up here. Nope, you're gonna fall. Okay. I need to get a mount. I have one. It's at home, an hour and a half away, for my car phone to put here. But okay, it works for so many. Follow Your Heart works for so many things because it can be like incredibly classical. Love is, that's not the right note. Love is kind and considerate, right? Love is, it gives you that really like open classical sound. There's also a really nice opening belt in the cut that I use, just giving away for free the cut that I use because gatekeeping is so over. Anyways, it opens up with no anger or badness, just laughter and gladness. Like you can just like open it up. I open it up, at least on that part. And it's really fun. And those are the two that I'm gonna do, I think. Probably. It's my go-tos. I don't know. Veterans of the musical theater world. Hey, please vacuum mower. Vacuum mower. Mr. Mower Man. Being loud. Ooh, dragons. There's like dragon things on their front house. I love this. Whoever lives there is definitely a nerd, and I agree. But yeah, it's good. I'm excited. Yeah, but Broadway. Oh my god, I'm so distracted. Broadway vets or just musical theater vets talk about how like once they find their song or songs that really work for them, like they can make them work for many, many things. And that's what I found with these two songs. And I'm so new to this. Like, this is my first audition season in LA. It really is. I have to go to work. And so far it's been pretty good. So far. I haven't done all that much. I got scared in January. I also was kind of depressed, so that didn't help. But I didn't really go to any of the ones in January. And then I went to an open call in February, and I was like, okay, this isn't as scary as I thought it would be. And then I went to like a cruise ship call, which went really well. I got all the way through, didn't get the job, but I got all the way through, and it was really good for like my confidence and stuff. And I have no idea what time it is, and I have to go to work. Okay, bye. Audition vlog continues. It is currently later than I would like to be up. However, this prep helps my morning. So, what I did was I'm using my computer right now to make light on my face. It's so bright. I was looking at this, and I think I can actually hit both auditions tomorrow. Fingers crossed the timing works out. As a non-union actor, they just slot you in whenever you can, but fingers crossed this will work out. And if it doesn't, I don't know. I'm gonna prioritize the cruise, but I'd love to do both. Both of them have musicals. I realized it's not Kinsman Shakes, it's Idaho Shakespeare Company, which is a fantastic company. So I'm gonna be able to go to both of them. But yeah, I just looked at both of them. I wrote down next to each other, like Idaho Shakes and Royal Caribbean, where they are. They're like a 5-minute drive from each other. Thank you. When it is, and then what they want, contrasting monologues or contrasting songs. And then I made sure I went through my book. That's my headshot. I don't know if it really looks like me. I'm getting headshots this year. Went through my book because the cruise asked to make sure that we had bring your book with you. You might be asked to sing something else. So I went through that, and I've been working on my book lately, so I haven't really had to do much, but I just made a list of like what's ready to go. Because I do have some songs in here that I've added to my book, but they're not like audition ready, you know? I'm like, yes, this is going in here because it hits this mark and blah, 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 but I've never done it with an accompanist. I've never done a cut of it, you know? That kind of thing. So
I mostly just was like, here's everything I have, and I have plenty of things that I can make work. So I did that, and then I just thought about tomorrow morning and planned my morning out for myself, literally time blocked how it goes, because it's like a drive, and Waze and maps are like, your drive is 28 to 50 minutes. And I'm like, that's a half an hour difference. Last time I did this drive, same time of day, it was like 30 minutes. It was not that bad. So I'm giving myself time. I'm planning on getting there at 8:30. Technically, so the plan is I know how the Idaho one I'm so tired. The Idaho audition is at the Equity Building, and I know how those work. The Royal Caribbean one is at a different, like a studio somewhere else, and I don't know how those work. So I'm going to go to the Equity Building at 8:30 and sign up. Put my name down. Get an estimate about, like, do you think you'll be able to get me in before the lunch break or not? I honestly am hoping that they'll just be like, come after lunch. That might be clearer. But also, I'm not going to fuck with it because I trust the timing. Like, I just trust the universe. I just trust the timing of the universe. So I just put myself out there. And then everything's going to fall into place just right. And even if that means, like, one of them ends up taking priority and I don't get to the other one, that was meant to be. Look at how dark it is now. That's crazy. It's good lighting. That's just my computer screen. Okay. So yeah, put my name down at the Equity Building and then drive across the street. It's like 5 minutes away. Sign-ups for the cruise start at 9:30. So I'm planning on getting there probably like 8:50. All things go well, 8:50. And literally, like, I wrote this out, like, wake up at 6:30, move body, breakfast. Like, I wrote out my, 7:45 leave. Then head to Evolution for Royal Caribbean signups. Hope for the best. Heart, you got this. That's how I prepped myself for my audition day tomorrow. This will be fun. I've never tried to do 2 auditions in one day before. I've seen many audition vloggers who live in New York do it. Some people hit like 2 or 3 in one day because I know that like Open Jar and Pearl are all kind of near each other. So yeah. Now I go to bed. Another thing that I do, I should be asleep already because sleep is really important for the health of the voice, but this is also going to help me go to sleep sooner, like when I lay down, because I know my plan and I'm not thinking about it. I'm like, nope, plan is set. But I'm going to turn my diffuser on tonight. Just make it moisture in the room. I do that. I do it usually just like regularly, but it's been very damp. The weather's been very damp lately. I'm going to drink some water. I'm going to read my book and I'm going to go to bed. See you in the morning. First audition done. I'll do a more thorough debrief of the day in a second because I have to run to the other audition. But yeah, it was good. I, this morning, got to the Actors Equity Building in Burbank, NoHo at 8:30. Put my name down on the list. I was 5th on the non-union list, which last time I went to an open call there, this was for the Independent Shakespeare Company here in LA. Got there at the same time, 8:30, and I was the 23rd on the list. So this time I was like, oh, this is great. Like, I'll get there, put my name down. They'll be like, we won't see you till after lunch. I'll be like, cool, go to this other one. No, I was 5th. But luckily, the audition monitors were so nice. They're both actors, and they were like, I told them I'm going to another audition. Oh, I'm tripping. 1 second. Hey, this is me. I'm literally filming my outro and then being like, oh, I never like talked about my prep and my morning. So here's a little prep morning.
I woke up at 6:30 in the morning, like I had said. I really was not feeling, I was like, I'm gonna go to the gym, and no, I woke up and I went, today is not that kind of day. Today's really not that kind of day. So I did slow movements. I did move my body, but I stayed at my house and I just did some like yoga, some breath, just really, really mellow. I showered, I made my breakfast, I made my coffee, and I left the house. And like the whole time, you know, I was warming up in the shower, and I did a nasal rinse because it's just been like, I've just been gunky. I don't know. I was sick 2 weeks ago and it just fucking lingers. I did a nasal rinse. I brought my nebulizer with me, which I'm glad I did because I used it today. That was it. And I sang. I do carpool karaoke with myself all the time, and it's one of my favorite ways to warm up. So yeah, okay, so I did my warm-ups, I did my SOVTs and like getting my voice warm, and then once I got in the car, I put on just my usual like karaoke tracks and just sang. And one of my like mixes on YouTube was like the perfect build of started like really mellow and soft and like built into more stuff, and I just sang through that. That was great. Okay, that was my prep. Goodbye. Here we go, audition number 2. Second audition done. I am so tired. It went well, very well. I just got like maybe 6.5 hours of sleep last night. And auditions just like, you know, the adrenaline. So I left and I was like, okay, first of all, I need to eat food because breakfast was a long time ago. So I ate my sandwich. And I was like, I need green, and I need to sit against a tree. Thank you, tree. Thank you. Thanks for being my friend and supporting me. Poloed my mommy. Let her know how the day went. Yeah. So now, I do a recall. I kind of been recalling throughout the day. There's a lawnmower and it's very loud. Doesn't he know I'm trying to film? Nope. He's coming back. And now he's going away. Yeah, so I actually started on my phone today a Notes app document, new note, to just do an audition log. When I was in college, I made a sheet, a Google sheet, to be like, I'm gonna track my auditions, and I just never have. I feel like that became too much of a organized thing, when really I just need a space to reflect on my auditions. So that's what I did. Oh, it just got so cold. The sun went away. Come back, sun. Oh, that's a small cloud. She'll be back soon. So I did that. I just started a note on my iPhone, and I went back. I've only done a couple other auditions this season, so I went back and retroactively put those in. I just put who it was for, when it was, what I did, what I showed them, what I put up, and then anything else that stuck with me, how I feel that I did, how it felt. So today, for the Royal Caribbean one, I
wrote that, first of all, that I ran into Jessie. I ran into a friend who we went to the same theater school. We didn't go there at the same time, but we did work on shows together there. Like, he came back and did a show, and we were in it together. That was fun. I wrote that down. I wrote which pieces I did. Nice people. It was good. So I just wrote little stuff like that, and then I felt very free in that one today. Just looking back, thinking about the prep that I took. You're so loud. You're so away. I think about my prep and then how it felt being in the room. You're just slowly but surely tipping and falling down. I have a tripod in my car. Am I gonna go get it? No. Am I gonna continue having my phone propped up on my boots, propped up on my bag? Yeah. And then I got back to the Actors Equity Building and I signed in. I was the only non-ec person there. There was maybe 20 people who had signed up, and because these guys were so nice, when I got there at 8:30 this morning, I asked them, I told them, hey, I'm going to this other audition, which I was not the first person to tell them this. And they were like, sweet, we'll put you down. If we call your name and you're not here, we will just move you around and you can come. We'll put you in when you come back. Thank you. So I got back. He was like, great. I was the only person. All the other non-ec people had gone in already. There was nobody in the waiting room. There was a couple people, but they were all equity members who had their appointments. So I got in the second group to go up after I got there. So I was there for half an hour, 45 minutes maybe. I was out of there by 11:55. I was walking out of the equity building, 11:55 a.m., 2 auditions done for the day. Feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty great, actually. Yeah. The people in the Idaho Shakespeare auditions, which is also Tahoe Shakes, I don't know how that works, but it's the same people apparently. Or it's there's one from each. I don't know. I really don't. But they were really cool, really nice. She recognized the school that I went to. We connected over that. We know a bunch of the same people. You're slowly but surely falling again, so here you go. We know some of the same people. So it was just a really nice, 2 very nice rooms. So for this one, online, they had asked for 2 monologues, but then they changed it here and they asked for 1 with the second one upon request. I had a Juliet monologue and a Joan of Arc monologue, which I like using together because it's wow, she can be let me hold the power of God within me as well as the blade of a sword, and tell this fucker to get his ass back over and fight for France. And do the I'm in love, oh my god, do you love me? Because I love you. But if you don't love me, then I can pretend I don't love you, but really I just love you. Balance. I did my Joan of Arc monologue. I went back and forth. I'm standing in line. I'm like, Joan of Arc, Juliet. Joan of Arc, Juliet. And I'm glad I did Joan of Arc. I was so involved in the story. And I was very deeply affected by the story. And I didn't have to do anything except just stand there and look at Burgundy and look at France and see France. And I did. I got very affected by it, which for me, being that deeply in story, that's the win right there. That's the win right there. Because auditions can be so scary and not scary. Okay, they're not scary. They're just nerve-wracking. They're just, the adrenaline rushes and it's a lot, and keeping your focus and being able to drop into story like that can be really difficult. And I feel I was able to do that at both my auditions today and just be super present and not feel oh, the auditioners are watching me, but just be nah, man, big girls don't cry and I have to go my own way, So that was good. You could just stay like that and just look at the tree and get however much of my face you're getting right now. I don't know. I turned around. I don't like looking at myself. Yeah. I think that's it. Now I just say thank you. I'll just thank you for the opportunities that I got today to practice and to take one step further into the acting world that I love so much. Thank you for all the kind people that I met today. and that I got to see today. Yeah. And then I let it go. Anybody else's journey casting opportunities are going to be different than mine, inherently. We are different people, we are different performers, we are different spirits, we are different energies, we have different paths. So I do deeply, deeply believe that I do not have to worry about my path. I don't have to worry about my path in terms of how it looks compared to other people's paths, because I know mine will look different, because every single person's looks different. So it doesn't make any sense to compare that. I think the rest of my day is going to be sitting in this park reading my book for a little while. I need to rest. I'm very tired. I work at 5:30 in the morning tomorrow, so I have to get some rest today because I have class tonight, which starts at 5. I'm going up second, and then I'll probably leave class early again because I have to get up at 4:45 in the morning. So I'm taking deep breaths. That's that. That is what a double audition day in Los Angeles as a non-union actor looks like. Yeah, that's the day. Most of the auditions in LA are gonna be in NoHo, Burbank. One of them was in Beverly Hills, but these ones were 3 minutes away from each other in Burbank, NoHo zone. So I live in Culver City, and that's gonna have to change because, first of all, I don't really care for Culver City. I just don't care. I'd rather live in the hills, in the mountains, east side. And also, it's far from the theater world. So not the whole theater world. Theaters all over LA, but these kinds of things tend to be up here. Plus, I have friends up here. So, okay, that is enough babbling for me. If you made it this long, my goodness, bless your heart. I'm gonna read my book, my little Divine Rivals fantasy novel, and I'm gonna chill and decompress. Bye.